Oh, hi there. Hosting a website is not an easy business. It isn't for the faint of heart. I've had a lot of scares since I've been hosting my website. I've I've got a Google ranking a long time ago. I had a page rank of 1 for my whole website at one time, and then it got shot down. I made a mistake. I renamed the pages and I didn't know better, and the whole thing got disabled. And I built it back up, and I got a Google page rank again of 1, and I was really proud of that and very grateful for that. And I made a mistake and I shot the whole thing down again. And verifying a domain name is not easy. Domain names are a whole science in themselves. There's a lot to learn about domain names. I've learned along the way. I've got bumps and bruises. And right now, one of my domain names is Lost in Space. It's gone. It's in the United Kingdom. I'm in the United States, and it's with a domain registrar who I can't contact. They have a website, because it's supposed to be with one registrar, and it's actually being held by another. And I feel like it's being held for ransom. I can't find it. And the website building company that I used closed down. 350 pages website builder. They were very good to me. They were open for 9 years, and I was with them since 2010. I've been with them. This is 2015. They were really good to me. They were very honest. They let me know that they were closing in a decent amount of time. And now they're just gone. When you click open on their URL, on their domain name, you get a website interface that is written in Chinese. I'm not kidding you, it's written in Chinese, the whole page. So they're just gone. And my domain name is supposed to be held with a certain company. And when I go to that company, there's no way to access them on their website page. There's no way to make an account so that I can manage my domain name. And you're supposed to be able to go to these hosting providers, domain hosting providers, and be able to access your domain name and direct it, and you can't. There's actually 2 companies that it's supposed to be with. It's with one, but it's supposed to be registered or transferred to another. I think they sell them. I think they buy and sell domain names. So anyway, domain names. It's difficult. I've had trouble with this one in particular, and it happens to be it's one of my top 2 that's very important. And thankfully, I've been able to make it somewhat secondary to the other extension. It's the same domain but a different extension. It's my .com. My .com is lost in space. So I don't know really what to do about it. I'm taking all the pages that I had built on that site, which is actually my website work. I'm taking those pages and I've been rebuilding them in a United States hosting company, since I can now code in HTML. But that darn domain name, I just can't. I've had trouble. I've had it in the United Kingdom, and then I couldn't verify it with Google. With Google Webmaster Tools or Google Analytics, I couldn't verify that the domain was mine, because with that hosting company, I couldn't access the root directory, and they don't provide the ability to do that. So I would bring the domain name into the United States, into a company where I could access the root directory, and I was able to verify it, and then I would ship it out to the United Kingdom again. I should have just pointed the name servers and kept the domain in the US with my company here, that I can access, who I can access by phone. And I can get on the web page and access on the website. I could access the domain names and manipulate them myself, but I didn't do that. I brought it back there again. I brought it in to verify it, and then I sent it back out to that company just this past August 2014. This is May of 2015. So working a website isn't for the faint of heart. There's ups and there's downs. There's dramatic ups and downs, swings in running and operating a website. So if you're doing it, I hear that the winners are the ones that just don't quit. So if you're in it, I'm in it for the long haul. I've been here since 2010, and I'm happy to say that I've learned a lot. There's a large learning curve in the website business. Website industry is humongous. You look at my mess, look at this desk. I just got finished doing taxes, and I felt that it was the first time I needed to file taxes for the year 2014. So I filed them, and I actually received the return because I said if I survived filing taxes, I would then consider myself truly a business owner. And then I changed it. I said if I get the return and I don't get audited, then I'll consider myself a true website or business person. And I did receive the return, and there wasn't an audit. So I'm very, very, knock on wood. So everything, it's a journey. It's a big learning experience, but I have to tell you, working for yourself is very rewarding. It's just a lot of work. So, but I feel like when there are legs to this journey, and I feel like the first leg was accomplished in maybe 2011, the first part of the journey, and then from there was another length that was the next leg of the journey, and I'm in probably what I would consider the third leg of the journey, and I don't know how many legs there are left on this journey. I hope a lot of them because I'm enjoying it a lot, and I'm enjoying meeting the people in the community. I work a lot on my own search engine optimization. I have a decent grasp of what SEO work is. That's a whole nother thing, like domain names. That's a whole nother genre within this community of website at work. It's a whole nother enterprise within the industry. So there's a lot of different niches that are involved in this. I never thought I'd use the word niche and know what it meant, but there's a lot of little areas in website work that are large areas that some people specialize in. And I'm just working on my own, in my own little place. This is my own domain here. So I'm going to put the house back together, the office back together from the taxes, and wrap that up. And I've learned how to create an accounting system for the business. When I started my taxes, I didn't know a cash system from an accrual system, and now I do. And so it's just another step along the way. If you're building a website and you're wondering what domain names are, and you're wondering about search engine optimization, I can feel your pain. I can understand. Just do your best every day. And if you're serious and you really like what you're doing, if you really have something if you have an idea about a website that you want to build or create, if you have it helps to have a great passion about something when you begin. And I in particular had a passion for something that helped me to start my first web page, and then my first YouTube video came out of that passion. And that happens to be one of my top ranking YouTube videos. So it helps to have a passion about what you're doing. And if you don't, just keep working, and it will probably come true to you. If it's something that is meant for you to do, it'll probably come to you. So, and if it's not for you, maybe there's something else for you in life besides something on the internet, or maybe there's another area in the internet that might interest you. If creating a website isn't the thing where you're supposed to be concentrating your efforts. But whatever you're doing, stick with your efforts. The internet is huge, and it's just going to get bigger. It's not a fad. It's not going to go away. It's gotten larger just since 2010, since I've been involved in it. I started working on a computer at home in 2006. That was when I got my first PC, my first desktop, and I became fascinated with it. I was fascinated with the software within the system, and I was fascinated by the hardware of the system. And then I started looking at websites and from 2006 and 2010 I started my first website. Bought my first domain name in 2010, and from there it's just grown and grown. And then I started a YouTube channel in the end of 2012. I heard that it was good to put a face on your website, to your website or your blog, rather than having it just be words on a page. Give people your face and your image and your voice so that they can put a face to your words and a voice to your words, and it might bring your pages to life. Put your picture on your page, something, and use your real name. I started out with a fake name, a name that I created a long time ago, thinking that I might use that name one day to write some sort of a novel that I didn't want to put my real name on. So I soon learned to put my name and my face on my work, and I took my whole name, maiden name and all. And it was good advice. I've gotten great advice on the internet. Look for videos. If you're starting a website, look for videos to teach you. That's what I did. I read a lot. I watched a lot. I've watched a lot of videos, and I've read a lot of pages, and I've gotten really good help. There's a lot of people out there that are willing to help, and they have good advice and good suggestions. So be particular about whose suggestions you follow. It's not a get-rich-quick thing. It takes a lot of work. It's a lot of work. It's a big job, but it is a job. It's employment, and it's lucrative. If you stick with it, it can be very lucrative. So it's worth it. If your heart is in it and you can just keep learning. Just if you have the desire, just keep plugging away at it. And with that, I'm going to tell you thank you for coming by my YouTube channel or my website magazine. And wherever you are in your day, have a good day. Bye-bye.